Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another late night edition of Living World of Darkness in New York by Night Vampire. Our scene tonight finds us in the small but respectable art gallery somewhere in Midtown, somewhere where someone with enough skill might be able to work their way to the Modern Art Museum, or they can just sit here and languish in mediocrity. I mean, it happens to some artists, can I say? But this particular art event features sculptures done by one Adam Priestley. Adam has put his hand to clay and sculpted what he feels is modern art masterpieces, and not the Nosferatu ugly kind of way, but something truly, truly beautiful. And so, with the evening beginning to start as various individuals of high society make their way in and move about, some of them, well, it's a younger crowd this evening. The older, more well funded individuals, the kinds that can truly make or break an art gallery by simply being there, haven't quite shown up. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's hard to say. However, these young people, these trust fund babies and the like, make their way in and to look around. And it's at that point where we wonder, how is Mr. Adam Priestley doing? Is he nervous? Is he anxious? Is he completely cool, calm, and collected? We'll find out as we let him take it away.
Adam he's feeling it. He's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the aster, honestly. He's pacing, it's the emotional high, the electricity, the the culmination, the feeling of anticipation where you're about to show who you are. You're about to bleed for everyone and they're about to judge you, judge your worth, judge your ability, judge your existence. And Adam doesn't exactly know how to feel. He has he's been sitting with in meetings and he's been allowing his associates and business partners to go ahead and set up his meetings and whatnot. And they've been talking to him about his rotation, what he's going to show first, if he's going to show anything. Should this just be something soft? Should he go hard? Should he what exactly is he going to do? Because let's be honest, he's opened his mouth and at this point once you open your mouth you have to either show what you can do or simply crumble. So Adam decides to start by allowing a few individuals to, I guess, start the unveiling. And noticing his one of his retainers will come up to him and saying, Adam, you should probably say something. And Adam kind of cursing under his breath that he usually lets other people do this for him. He hates talking in front of people. It's never been his strong suit. He never knows what to say or how to say it. He knows how to be witty. He knows how to be snarky. He doesn't exactly know how to work the room. So today is going to be a lot of firsts as he makes his way to the front. um, kind of warming his hands as he's shaking hands, smiling as he's starting to make that that walk, that that death walk, that death stare to the center of the room, and we can start our scene there.
Opal is watching, drink in hand. Perhaps a little more harshly than sportively, smiling. She knows Adam pretty well. She's being an artist herself. She can see the panic and existential dread that comes from putting your work on display and putting everything on the line. And now he's got to he looks like he's going to make a speech, and he's either going to show the world who he is, or it is going to be a complete train wreck. And as she sips her probably champagne, she is going to be entertained by the results either way.
At this point. She looks very, very much like they're here. Adam does not know already. He may or may not know, at least by reputation. This is the in the city coming in, checking this out. She just seems to be taking everything in. Look like she's wanting to, pass judgment off on anything too quickly. Very much kind of taking a look at each piece, assuming that there are quite a few pieces to look at.
Just to let you know, it's just like the art that's kind of there that the gallery already produces. None of his stuff is out there yet.
None of this stuff is? Okay.
None of this stuff is out there yet.
Alrighty. Still, though, she's just looking at it.
With that, Adam, on his way, making his way up, he will spot Opal. And you notice when somebody's nervous, but they're trying to put on a front. I won't even roll because I would just automatically say he just botched it. He's trying to keep cool. When you're trying too hard to keep cool, it's kind of obvious. And he will kind of smile and say, "You made it." Holy shit. A lot of people. He will kind of look and smile towards Opal. Kind of gently touch her hand if she's okay with it.
Oh yeah, she'll give his hand a squeeze. Nervous?
I am a paragon of virtue, as he kind of like jokes, laughs. Oh my God.
If you are a paragon of virtue, then
Let's not. He just looks at you and laughs.
you should have brought something to drink, dear. Someone help you get a nice, soothing little buzz going. Take the edge off of all those nerves.
It's the electricity that I live for. You know that. It makes me feel so alive. It's the part where you feel like you're dying or climaxing or both. You're not quite sure.
Well, I hope this isn't you climaxing.
Oh, if
It
it
would
is.
be it would be incredibly negative on your long-term career trajectory if this is it.
Got that right, he says. Thank you for coming, though.
You're welcome. Have you met my girlfriend yet?
Girlfriend?
Still motion to Liza.
Hello.
Liza, this is Adam. Adam, this is Liza.
Hello there.
Liza turns away from whatever she was looking at to meet Adam's gaze and responds, "Well, it's nice to meet you too."
Pleasure to meet you. I didn't know we had celebrities here. Oh, goodness.
I mean, you're already standing in the room.
He smiles. Thank you. It's a different sensation, I have to say. I've mostly just been coasting on what I've done in school, and I guess I wanted to show everyone what I've been up to, what I've been doing. Oh God. As he looks at her, as if he could feel his stomach, he's feeling it right now, but he's trying to keep the momentum going.
There's
So
no
Liza,
shame in coasting, dear.
He will probably see one of like I guess individuals going with a glass of champagne. He'll take it and guess hand 2 glasses of champagne to Eliza, one to Opal, politely toast. Here's to a splendid event.
I will drink to that, and Opal will take the glass of champagne and take a very long, overly generous sip from it.
Eliza, for obvious reasons, is going to do the kind of sip that you take where you kind of just lift the glass up, but you don't actually drink anything, but the motion is all there.
Adam does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam will make his way to the front. Smile. Greetings, everyone. If I can have your attention, I'd like to start this demo by taking you all on a journey of my vision, what I see daily, the things that permeate my dreams, and what I hope to convey through.
Adam, roll your perception and alertness, please. Standard diff.
Hooray!
Ah,
It's
shit. Here we
happening.
go.
One success.
One success. It's enough.
Mhm.
So as you're looking out over the crowd and you're orating to them, you see a man walk in. This man is in a fine suit. He has thick hair and a thick beard and glasses. He has a discerning eye.
Mhm.
The man you see
Oh shit.
is Ewan Mellor. Now, Ewan is a fairly well-known name around the art community. He's an art critic, and he makes or breaks people like you,
Oh no.
and oftentimes it's the latter. Please continue already.
With that, Adams, as with all do, um, Vinny, he's gonna start with like the art gallery worthy stuff before he gets to the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
So, this is the first one he shows. Like, this is this is an this is an art quality. We'll say this is enough to trigger Torador fascination. Um, this is what I think about when I think about. There's been a lot of talk of strong women and women able to take power and be able to make themselves visible and seen in their own medium. Uh, as we move through our platforms, we see them constantly striking out, talking big, and being seen. And this isn't any one person in particular, but this is I like to call this piece humble determination, as he kind of just lets everybody take it in. And with that, he with that, I think that this piece symbolizes a lot of the quietness, the quiet determination that most women exhibit, and um, I'm proud of it. As he smiles, and
Go ahead and roll me, Anthony, your let's say charisma expression.
fair enough. Charisma expression. Uh, one success.
So you managed to convey what you want about this particular piece,
Hmm.
but not very well. You're eloquently, but
It's
perhaps
the,
you're
it's the
perhaps you're
nerve.
just a bit too distracted. Your nerves are too much in the way.
Hmm.
You have the words, but you don't have the delivery. You can see that Mr. Millar is back there, and he is beginning to jot a few things down in his notebook.
It's fine.
Please continue on.
The next one he goes up is I wanted to note sophistication, love, beauty, and I found myself drawing a lot of inspiration from, I suppose, the goddess Aphrodite and Greek influences, and bringing off my background, obviously being African American. I I decided to play with it as I did this next piece. As he asks like the people there to like wheel out the next one, as he kind of just lets people like take it in, not allowing anyone to basically falter or think anything else, but he's allowing it to. He's just allowing his words. He's allowing his art to do the talking. Um, One thing you will notice is that each piece is it's the attention to detail. Like anybody can produce a sculpture and try to mimic someone's style, but it's the subtle differences that are really setting. It's you can definitely see that Adam is trying to make his own voice heard, as he lets this piece basically do what it does. You want me to roll anything, Vinny?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. And the next one, he kind of motions in, and he does this one. It's the next one that he throws up, and he just kind of so a lot of people often have like this hypnotizing feeling, this awestruck tempo when you feel like you're about to hit this moment of clarity. And this was a particularly low part, as I wasn't sure if my dream was even worth it, that maybe I should just quit and do something else. And through the struggle, I think it's important that we all push through the things that make us scared, things that are haunting, things that are a little hard to swallow, as he brings out the next one. And this is the one that this is what showed out. This is what produced. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was traditional, but the more I looked at it, the more I was enraptured by it. As Adam just kind of lets people take in the next one, as he will start going through his basic portfolio about what he's been doing for the past 6 months on the circuit. Okay. Where are you, number 4? Number. The next one that he shows is the struggle to the top, as most artists have, and try to embolden the struggle of making themselves seem more louder, so more resolute. As he shows the next one of a woman standing proudly on top of a bed, as he looks at this one, as he. The one thing that's pretty striking about this piece is the fact the attention to the human figure, but also to the modesty of the woman. It isn't overt, and he's even able to capture how the cloak would look if it was caught by the wind. Not many people are able to capture that distinction, but and not have like the piece crumple in on top of itself. But the fact that he was able to do it, and it's able to stand out. Adam seems particularly proud of this one, as he begins to beam, finding his focus, as he's kind of getting excited now. As you can tell that he's holding something, but he is ecstatic. He's getting ecstatic. And the next one that he shows out is the one thing I think of courage is veracity, loyalty, and that ability to be that ever watchful predator as he brings out the next one. And it's amazing that most people can only do one type of medium, but the fact that he chose like an animal and he didn't stick with humans, he's trying to take a risk that he can do other things, that he has his attention to body, to form, to detail, and he's able to capture it. And working with something that's unyielding like marble, once you mess up, the piece is destroyed. And he lets people take this in, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. My crowning glory, the thing that I am most proud of, the thing that I believe will indeed stand the test of time, the thing that my career stands on, the thing that I present to you. I simply name this piece The Muse. And he wheels out this one. And he just steps aside and he allows people to take it in. No introduction, no floor flourish. He just lets people. This is my crown and joy. This is the Muse.
And at that, can I get your charisma expression?
I will spend a point of willpower.
Probably a good idea.
One success with the willpower.
Yeah, you just haven't been able to shake those jitters, man. They're you say that this is your crowning achievement and it's your masterpiece, and there is certainly that welling of pride that comes with just looking at it, but to everyone else standing around you, you know, you seem almost blasé. And
Okay.
yeah, people are looking. Some people are, oohing and ahhing. Others are, some can't even be bothered to pay attention. There's only a few of them that do that, and just talking amongst each other. And Ewan is just he's sitting there and he's jotting down notes as he finishes, and then he puts his book back into his coat pocket. Looks like he is seeing what he needs to see and is attempting to leave.
It would be bad form to try to catch someone or try to stop him because it's a critic, and he doesn't want to seem desperate. So he will take a polite bow and just kind of for those that want to get up and see the work, he'll allow them. But for the rest of it, he just kind of makes his way around the room, greeting and answering any unanswered questions.
Meanwhile, this man in a black mask and fedora, what's he up to?
Alex is actually admiring the artwork at first. It reminds him of his parents, who were very, very wealthy and were into this kind of thing. So it kind of reminds him of them a bit. But once he's done with that for just a couple of minutes, he's just going to start meandering around the room.
All right then. So, Adam, how do you think your gallery is going? How do you think your gala is going?
It's one of those things that he's refusing to live in the moment, to judge it off of the emotions that he's feeling right now. But he will continue to just kind of get through the night, and he'll judge it. He'll take a more critical eye to it tomorrow. But right now, he has to show his best face, and that's what he's going to do.
That is really weird. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear.
Okay. I didn't catch the last part of what you said.
He's not going to judge his work, and he's just going to do his best to get through the day.
Okay, cool. So, as you all are standing there, I'm gonna pick somebody at random. Eeny, meeny, miny. Opal.
Yes.
I'd like you to roll your perception and alertness, and I want you to do so at difficulty 3.
Alrighty. Successes.
2 successes. You see 2 faces in the crowd that stick out. These aren't people that you know. I mean, you know some people in this city. You don't know everybody there is to know. You don't even know the right people to know per se. But this is a face that you recognize. A duo, in fact. That seem to be mingling about, looking at the art within the gallery and at the actual or the exhibit itself, this demo. But you recognize these two as the lead singer and the drummer of a band, sort of a new age goth band, kind of have a rocky pop to them. Some would even say a little bit of punk to them. But this band's name is Alabaster Sands, and the lead singer with the black hair, his name is Abigail Allen, and the one with the blonde hair is Ella Coles. And these are people whose music you've heard, and they're pretty damn good. They have an international following at this point. They're relatively new.
You know what? Opal is gonna make her way over and say hello.
And as you approach, one of them looks over at you. Probably Ella at this point will look at you. Gotta narrow her eyes a bit, and then smile. Hello.
It's really wonderful to see you here tonight.
Well, given that we put out a fair amount of money to the National Endowment for the Arts, it seems like it wouldn't be right for us to miss Well, something.
Oh, you're patrons of the art.
And the one with the black hair kind of looks around. She looks almost distracted. Yes, art. Patrons of art. What's on the other
Well,
hand?
yes.
I'm not sure what to make of it. The artist himself doesn't seem to be too proud of his work.
Uh, the limelight frightens him. He does not do well when a spotlight is cast on him and he is forced to speak, in particular to a gathering of people.
Or perhaps hiring a spokesperson might have been a good idea. It's just tragic, really. I mean, the art's good, but it almost rings hollow without the enthusiasm behind it. The heart. Where is all the heart? With the exception of that last piece here, they're all sort of, I dare say, mundane.
I believe that the heart is either in his throat or stomach at the moment. I assure you, if you speak with him one-on-one, he is much better in person.
Oh, so you know him.
He is a good friend of mine.
Oh, by all means, if you wouldn't mind leading us to him.
Oh, of course not. Follow me. I can introduce you. And she will lead the duo over to Adam.
Adam, you can see that he's talking with a few of his colleagues, and he seems like he's in rapt discussion, talking enthusiastically about his work. And noticing Opal, he'll smile and good evening.
Good evening, Adam. I have offered to introduce these two ladies to the artist of the exhibit.
Hello, ladies. My name is Adam Priestley. Nice to meet you.
Abigail Allen. And the other one speaks up. Ella Coles.
Nice to meet you, both. You shake their hands and smile.
Shake, and Abigail sort of tips her glass up to her lips and takes a drink out of it, and then looks over at the art. It's just almost tragic, really. I mean, such great attention to detail, yet just utter lack of heart. Tell me, I mean, you can clearly do great work, but why is there no feeling behind it? I mean, it almost seems as that for at least several of these pieces, that if they were to be smashed and swept away, you wouldn't be too fussed about it.
Adam looks and he says, "No. This is it's one of those things where the art that I produce is more in the doing, and people are often swayed by one thing or another, but I find that I can put myself inside of my art, a little piece of me, and that's what I hope to show. I hope that my art was able to do that."
I suppose, but it just seems awfully pedestrian. This one piece here, however, the last one you showed, definitely has an exquisite amount of craftsmanship to it, and I can see that there's definitely feeling behind it, though it seems a bit muted, at least by your presentation. I mean, certainly when I or my associate here goes up on stage, we certainly sometimes do feel the pre-show jitters and whatnot, but we always seem to present our art, our chosen form of expression out to our adoring fans. Here, it's just, I don't mean to, completely disparage what you've done here, but it's without the passion behind it. It just seems almost, how would I put it? Less modern art and more college art show, perhaps high school art show.
Adam looks, and I thank you for your opinion.
Take it as a critique, more or less. A stepping stone, so to speak, somewhere to move on forward from, because you clearly have the talent, but it's just, it needs perhaps a bit more, and I honestly worry about, I mean, I wasn't entirely sure, but I could have sworn I saw Mr. Ewan Mellor. I mean, for him to not even stay and speak to you, it's not a great showing. Not a great showing at all.
Adam will look, and there's nothing more he can say without sounding rude, so he just holds.
I mean, if he feels like he has to lay in, by all means, it's up to him.
Well, no, this wouldn't be the place to do it, and
Why?
Adam has enough etiquette knowing when to speak and when not to.
Would you like to roll your perception empathy?
And 3 successes.
Hot diggity. You know when people are really good at speaking and keeping their motives behind it sort of under the surface?
Mm-hmm.
This person is leaving just enough out that if you were paying attention, which you clearly are by that roll,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's very much letting you know she is being catty for the sake of being catty.
Mm-hmm. And he looks, and Adam will just politely say that I'm sure Mr. Ewing had many engagements and personal slights, whether seen or unseen, are up to the individual. Wouldn't you agree?
Depends on the individual.
I dare
Oh,
say that I'm not that sensitive.
No, no, clearly not.
and it's a good thing you're not. I mean, I honestly can't imagine the reaction that people would get when someone like myself, if I were to do a showing like this and they were to really, actually slight me instead of just critiquing my work. I dare say that wouldn't end well for them.
And when you say that, Ella looks at you and she's just got this almost Cheshire grin on her face. And Abby takes a moment. She's still kind of got her horns locked with Adam for a minute before she finally turns and looks at you. I suppose it might not, depending on the individuals.
No, I'm not one to play games.
No?
I mean, social games can be fun, but winning is pointless. It's a currency that has no real objective value. It's just like scoring points in the middle school cafeteria by dumping a carton of chocolate milk on someone's silk blouse.
You see Ella looks at the wine glass at her hand and she kind of swirls it, and then she looks directly at you, Opal.
I would like to remind the assembled crowd that although I appreciate admirable and delicious critique, I remind us that we are in the public spotlight and we are expected to be a scion of hospitality and grace.
And Ella, she's still got those horns locked with you, Opal. She's looking just right at you, staring you down.
Opal will stare her back.
All right. Well, she's gonna roll a little something.
Oh shit!
There we go.
Yeah, I had a good opening to get up in this shit.
This is a manipulation, intimidation roll, Opal. I would like you to roll your courage, please.
Courage.
Oh,
Alrighty.
fuck me.
Standard difficulty?
Standard diff.
Alright.
To maintain eye contact, you're going to need 4 successes.
Can I spend a point of willpower on this?
You most certainly can.
Hey, question,
I
Benny.
will also spend a point of willpower.
Question, Benny.
Yes.
Considering Eliza's, I assume Eliza was across the room, and the reason she took so long to make it here was that she did have to go across the room. Is it possible to, as this woman is basically staring down Opal, basically for Eliza to just pull up right next to Opal and give her that stare down back, and possibly shave off successes?
I'm going to say no, because you're having to make your way across the room.
Okay.
So, yeah, Opal.
Yeah, that's 3 successes with the willpower.
You've got horns, certainly, to lock up with this woman, but hers are just a bit bigger. And, I mean, just if you would like, you can sort of just describe how you shrink back a bit.
Opal will actually turn and grab an hors d'oeuvres off a passing tray.
It seems to be enough. And at this point, Eliza, you're coming up. And yeah, now you can totally do whatever you wish.
Oh,
you see,
well, I
you
mean,
see your girlfriend being Cal.
yeah, the thing that I kind of wanted to jump in on kind of already passed. So it's kind of awkward for me to come in at this point. You know what? I got it. I got it. I know how Eliza's going to handle this. Oh, yeah. Eliza definitely has that kind of personality. She has a show centered all around it. Come on in. Look between all of them and say, serious business indeed, then.
I'm sorry, we haven't met yet.
Oh, we haven't. I'm Eliza. And you are?
Abby, this is Ella. Say hello, Ella. Ella turns and smiles. Hello, Ella. And they, respectively each offer out hands.
Yep, Eliza will shake both of their hands and say, forgive me for my accidental overhearing of the past topic, but it sounded as if you two weren't entirely impressed with the works that Anna had to offer.
Oh, they are, as I've already expounded upon, they have talent behind them. They just lack the emotion behind it that really makes art pop. It makes a painting come to life, that makes a sculpture become haunting, that makes lyrics become soulful.
She listens and listens. And her next question is going to be, if you don't mind me asking that, I'm very curious to know, from what angle did you view his pieces from? After all, I think we all gain different things from pieces such as these, especially with some of their more ambiguous qualities. Don't you think?
Well, I can't speak for Ella, but for me, I look at it as something in tandem, especially with these demos. Adam here stands up there presenting what he's done, what he's created, and you can look at these works, and you can see that there was effort put in them, certainly. But well, let's not beat around the bush. Presentation is almost everything, and presentation was marginal, if not passable. And what is clearly great workmanship, great artistry, is diminished when the spotlight only shines half as brightly.
If I were to judge you based off of your he kind of looks at her and then looks her up and down attire and just critique your work off that. That would indeed be close-minded, wouldn't it?
Are you familiar with my work, Mr. Presley?
And if you could just see somebody just kind of casually roll their eyes as if unimpressed. I have.
Uh-huh. Not a fan, then.
And that's what it is. I can't please everyone.
Quite, no, you can't. but to please the people that have some sway over where your art goes from here to there, I can say honestly, in my early days, Elle and I certainly did everything we could as the budding new artists to try and get our sound out there to the masses. Certain amount of pandering went into it. It's just necessary, at least in the music business. I'm afraid I don't know necessarily exactly what one would have to do in modern art setting. But,
Vinny,
yes, sir.
I would like to use Analysm 1 to get out my pet rat and ask him if he's willing to crawl up the leg of the biggest bitch of the two of them.
Okay, so I have a question. It's got to be. Are we talking about cattiness or are we talking about size? Because Ella's got probably a good 30 pounds on.
Cattiness.
Oh, yeah, then that would definitely be Abigail.
I'd like my pet rat to jump up the leg of one of them, biting the shit out of her. If he can make it to the top, jump onto the hair of the other one, bite her, give her a nice little scalp wound that bleeds, to jump off, run away, and then come back to me in stealth.
That's a fair bit of shit that you want to happen, sir.
I'm just asking.
I mean, it's certainly within the scope of animalism, but it is not. It's not going to be easy. So let me take a look here. Rats and owls are difficulty 7.
Ooh.
So you have about 4 stages of what you want to happen, right? Climb up the leg, bite, jump, bite, and then come back to you. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So to get that done, you're going to need, I'm going to say, a success for every stage of that. Every success that you get on a manipulation animal kin, difficulty 7, is a success on getting your rat to do your bidding.
I'm so curious to see how this goes down.
All right. Animalism isn't my best specialty, so we'll have to minimize it a bit. Any benefit to having the critter's merit?
I gotta look at the critter's merit. Give me just a second. I don't suppose you might have it written down, do you?
No, not its exact wording.
Okay. I'm gonna take this moment to try to interlude everyone.
So, for those who are standing close to Opal, she is visibly biting into her lip, and she practically lunges at a waiter carrying a tray of drinks and grabs a glass and starts. She starts drinking like she's got a problem.
With this, I guess Adam will excuse us as he kind of politely wraps his arm, kind of interlocking with Opal, and then interlocked with Eliza, and he's going to walk towards one of the pieces.
Oh, okay. Eliza was ready to throw down, but you know, if Adam's like, nah, we can't do it.
Alex, while those 3 walk away, and you know they're thinking like, "Fuck, we about to kill these bitches." I'm gonna send you a PM of because critters basically gives your little critter will give you a useful piece of information once per scene.
Yes.
So this one's going to give you a little bit of useful information, and it is just going to mutter into your ear as you go to target the one with the black hair.
Mm-hmm.
It will simply refuse you, and it will say this.
Whoa. Okay. I'm curious now.
Ah, look back at my rat. Oh shit, good call.
Little rat gives you like a little fist bump.
Give a little fist bump back. Once I'm done recording this, they're gonna get some cheese.
It gives you 2 words in response: peanut and butter.
They don't serve peanut butter at Art Galas.
Gives you another 2 words: bull and shit.
We'll go
All
look.
right.
Let me record this.
Yes, Heather, what do you need?
Okay, so while Opal is being escorted off, she is going to activate the aura perception power of aspects and just take a look at these two.
All right. You have to roll a certain amount with that.
Yeah, it's perception. It's perception, empathy, difficulty 8. I think.
Yes. Yes.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Empathy. Oh, there's my sheet. But I lost it for a minute. Okay. I've got an okay pool for this.
It seems that Adam's trying to lead you away, but if you guys want to turn around and like throw down, you can totally do that. I'm not trying to play.
I mean, Elijah did. Elijah was about to go all like left wing Alex Jones up in this piece, but
I mean, you can do that. I'm not stopping you, but he's just like, if I pissed somebody off and they went out of their way to throw shade, then it was a good event.
Okay, Vinny. That's 3 successes.
It's difficulty 8, dear.
Oh, you're right. It is difficulty 8.
You got nothing.
Yeah, that is no successes. I got nothing.
You tap into that perceptive power, and nothing happens. And why don't you guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves over there? I mean, that's what you guys went over there to do.
Yep.
So, Opal will put an arm over Adam's shoulder and lean in and whisper in his ear very, very softly. Those 2 bitches aren't Toreador. They should be first in line at the next mass conversion party.
Huh. He just looks at you and probably the first genuine laugh. And he'll kind of mouth back, thank you.
She gives his shoulder a little squeeze.
For whatever reason, Adam, you swear you just get the opening riff of Gangster's Paradise in the back of your head as you just suddenly feel a shiver up your spine. You're not exactly sure why. As an individual makes their way through the crowd, cigar in hand, walking through, flanked by a small entourage of individuals. And he makes his way up to the 2 that you were being catted by. And when you turn around, they do the double kiss, 1 to each cheek. And when he lifts up his head, you see an individual you recognize not so much by face, but by reputation.
Okay.
Marcel Laurent, Primogen of Clan Toreador.
oh shit.
Ah, fuck.
Does Eliza recognize him as Primogen of Clan Toreador?
Do you have any Camarilla lore on your sheet?
Yeah, I got some Camarilla lore.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that shit.
Wits or intelligence?
Intelligence difficulty 7, wits difficulty 6, whichever you like.
Watch me botch this shit. It's a fail.
Not a botch. You
Thank
good.
God for tens.
You good.
So she don't know this guy initially. He ain't of her clan, so she like. Do Opal and Adam at least look like they're kind of straightening up, or looking like they're getting ready for some shit?
Oh, I'm giving Opal and Adam here a freebie on this one because it's even fucking Primogen.
Opal does look like she's getting ready for some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
she expects shit.
I expect shit too now.
Did I get that same roll by chance?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Said
and she's.
int.
Oh, my bad.
Int diff 7, wits diff 6.
Yeah, so Eliza will look to Opal as Opal is someone that she does not expect to get all straightened up and ready for some shit. Eliza will look over to Opal and say, "But is this night about to get a lot more interesting?"
Incredibly.
Verily so.
Shall we?
We'll have
I
to take
suppose we should.
And we will make our way towards the Primogen.
All right. Alex, maybe that roll. From them bones. There we go. Oh no!
This could either go well or
no.
terribly bad.
Wait. Oh no! Paul, sir,
Yes.
you made this not interesting. You are absolutely convinced that is a bishop of the Sabbat.
Oh no!
Oh, interesting. The plot thickens.
It's a botch, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Oh no! Oh no!
Do it. Do it.
Keep an eye on that guy.
Also, other side chat. Eliza's asking Opal some shit.
Okay. Let me.
New phone. Who dis?
Yeah, Eliza needs to know how to conduct herself so that way she don't just roll up and out and start acting a fool.
Oh, you got your answer.
And
You guys can
so
just talk.
so Opal gives Liza a look like, bitch, ain't you a Ventra? How do you not know this shit? Just nods emphatically and mouths yes.
Eliza just responds with, "I know now, because you told me."
If Opal could have all the color drain out of her face, like it would be happening now.
Adam will smile and tilt his head respectfully.
And he's waiting there for you with etiquette. One, you know that you have to introduce yourself, sir.
And with that, Adam Priestley.
So I've heard. And he'll look over at Opal.
Opal will bow her head slightly. Black Opal, Eminence, it is an honor that you would grace this event with your presence.
I've heard enough going on about my charges. Activities they've been up to in the city, I had to come see for myself. Not exactly the first real showing of our people since the unfortunate incident at the theater where we had intruders from the other side.
I trust you are not terribly disappointed in us.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I trust you are not terribly disappointed in us.
He'll look around, sort of with an appraising look, and he kind of puts an arm over Abigail's shoulder. Abigail was telling me all about this. Their demo. Mr. Priceley.
Sir?
You've got some talent with those hands. I'd like to see that. It's raw and not yet fully realized. A bit like a unsculpted amount of clay, I would say. But a great deal of potential lies in what I see here, especially this piece. And he gestures towards your final one.
Mm-hmm.
I would certainly like to see more of what you can do. And if our little harpy here, and he pats Abigail on the head, is telling me truth, perhaps you can work on your delivery.
I'll do my best.
I have no doubt of that. You've got hungry eyes. Any amount of criticism sparks something in you, I can see that much. Certainly in your contemporary here. And he'll chin his in the direction of Opal. Fire brewing up inside you.
Some might say it's a forest fire.
Oh.
But I have never been good at hiding my passions.
Be careful. Yes, Tim.
I may be misunderstanding certain rules of etiquette. Honestly, Eliza was waiting for one of the Toreador to introduce the non-Toreador to the Toreador Primogen. Am I incorrect with thinking that would be the proper way of doing things?
It would be more proper for them to do it, but if they didn't do it to you, if they didn't do it for you, it'd be more slight on them, not on you. You had to introduce yourself.
Okay.
I didn't know if you walked over or not, Tim.
Oh yeah, she did. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Okay. Well, if Liza is right there, then then Opal will stand aside. Eminence, may I introduce to you Miss Liza? I'm spacing on the last name. I'm so sorry, Tim. Of Clan Ventru. Liza Cuthbert of Clan Ventru.
You're the new harpy, aren't you?
Eliza curtsies and says, "Yes, sir, I am. It is an honor to meet you."
Abigail, is that why you come in here being so catty? Because you got competition now. And the girl with the black hair just simply smirks with a toothy grin. Well, not too unlike to see people from both my blood and your blood going head to head on that social ladder. You watch yourself, my blue-blooded friend. I be here ruthless in ways you can't even imagine.
Out of character, Vinny, I didn't understand a word of what you said during those past few sentences.
Well, shit.
I heard something about competition and social ladder.
Basically, what he said is it's not too uncommon for Toreador and Ventrue to kind of battle it out over on the social ladder. And he's excited to see what will happen this time around. And he gave you a fair warning about Abby that she is, when it comes to social situations, she is a cutthroat.
Eliza just kind of gives a soft smile over to Abby. Um, it is, you know what? Fuck it. I may as well just tell BST what was going through Eliza's head.
Yeah.
Eliza was not impressed with her tonight.
Pardon?
Eliza wasn't impressed with her tonight.
Oh. Well, as you kind of look at her, she kind of gives you the same picture or the same look in the picture, just like she's so disinterested in you. So obviously disinterested in you. She's like, get on my level, scrub.
Meanwhile, Eliza's look just says, "A cardboard box has a better vision of art than you."
See? See, this is how it is. And Marcel will simply kind of look around one last time, and then he'll kind of lower his hat a little bit, take a large puff out of his little cigarello, I think they're called, and he just smirks. Next time you got this, yeah? Next time you put something up, I want to see everything you're capable of. Delivery, skill. You representing this blood. You put all that talent you got in those hands, and he'll tap you in the forehead once. And up here, you put that all to use, so that way I can understand what's coming from in here. And he'll tap you on the chest right over your heart. You think you can do that?
Yes.
Good man. And with that, he excuses himself. And as he walks away, Adam, you're almost sure you can hear that opening riff to Gangster's Paradise again.
You don't know. Eliza hears it too, because Eliza was about that life back in the day. She might be humming it to herself.
Well, wasn't that nice and cozy?
With that, Adam will kind of bow to like everyone assembled and thank you all for coming to my showing. It's been a treat. He will go coat rack and leave.
And as Adam leaves, the harpy just looks at Opal and does a little kissing motion to the air.
Opal will catch her hand out to grab the kiss, and she'll actually put it to her cheek. I said I don't like playing social games, but you would be very fun to play with, I think.
Be careful what you wish for, she says, and she winks, and then she looks at Eliza, and goddamn, confidence is just written all over her face. She has this look, a predatory look, like she is going to eat you alive. This is her own perception, not necessarily the reality of it, of course.
Oh yeah, no, obviously, because they're both from high clans, and high clans think they're better than every other clan.
Absolutely. And as they make their way out, Alex, you are now there with two people you know are vampires now. You wanted to make introductions, sir.
It looks like we lost Anthony.
Yeah, he said his character was leaving.
Okay.
A gentleman, and he's wearing a nice tuxedo. He's got a fedora. His head is wrapped in bandages, but he's got a black, expressionless mask on. Leather gloves, so no skin is showing. And all he does is walk up to the two of you. That was a very interesting spectacle to observe.
I imagine it would be. Especially for one such as yourself, if I would be so bold as to venture a guess.
On one such as myself.
At first glance, you don't appear to be someone who goes out in public all that often.
That's not true at all. I go out in public quite often.
Yes, but does anyone ever get to see the real you?
No, I have horrible burns covering 95% of my body.
That's a shame.
Is that what you're guessing, burn victim?
No, I was not. I was thinking of my friend Caesar, who covers himself head to toe, and even has to wear a mask covering his face because he simply cannot breathe the air without being susceptible to it harming him.
The air harms him?
I believe that's what he said.
That's a very interesting affliction.
Indeed, it is.
Oxygen at the end of the day, while it keeps us alive, it also kills us.
Is that really something you concern yourself with?
Eliza makes a non-committal hand wave. Hand wiggle, as it were.
Not at all. We're all, regardless of who or what we are, eventually going to meet our end. Might as well enjoy the ride while you've got it.
Truer words never spoken. My name is Alex.
I am Opal, and this is my friend Liza.
I know.
Ooh, you know.
Of course I know.
Everything you've heard is a gross exaggeration.
I'm sure.
Well, Alex, it is a pleasure to meet you then.
You too. Very much a pleasure. This art gala was very informative and entertaining.
Oh, it was definitely entertaining, all right. I am just pleased people found it entertaining and not, what's the word I'm looking for? Total shit
Disastrous.
show. Perhaps yours is a more diplomatic way of putting it.
Yeah, it could have turned south rather quickly.
Yeah. Fortunately, well, being provoked to in the defense of one's friends and companions is not quite the same thing as being provoked to anger. But then is it really a party until someone threatens to stab someone else?
Yes, it's still a party.
Yeah, boring party.
What kind of parties do you go to?
The kind where roses gather in mass and impale themselves upon each other's thorns. Also
Is that
raves.
oh, that's a fancy way of saying orgies.
No, I've never actually been to an orgy.
Shocking.
Isn't it? I mean, especially with my reputation.
Indeed.
That sounded very non-committal.
Just doing my part to fuel stereotypes.
Ah. So then you wouldn't necessarily be someone I could conscript to help me find someone.
I've done some PI work in the past.
Have you? Do you have a card?
I do. Just let me get a pen. He gets out a piece of paper and writes down the phone number.
Humble takes it. Thank you. It is uncouth to talk business matters at someone else's social engagement.
Indeed. See if any of that number goes to a burner phone.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured.
No, it's a pleasure meeting the both of you. I'm sure we'll meet again. If you'll excuse me, I owe someone some peanut butter. And with that weird statement,
Someone.
Eliza's not going to question that. She's just, yeah.
With that strange statement, Alex departs.
As he leaves, Eliza's going to look to Opal and say, "It's a shame Adam left before I was able to get a way to contact him. You don't happen to have such, do you?"
Who, Adam?
"Yes.
Oh, yes.
I have a few ideas for him. With him."
I'm sure he would be happy to hear them. But in the meantime, I think it's time we discuss our future. And I think we can end the scene there, Vinny.
All right. Well, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another episode of Camarilla in the Streets and Sabat in the Sheets. Thank you for watching.